Hey guys, Top Secret R35 here. Today we're going to be building a workbench for the garage. The main reason why I wanted to build a workbench was to replace this dresser because it doesn't really do a great job. Plus, I don't own it, so I don't want to break this anymore. Other reasons are because I see a lot of videos on YouTube on building like a cheap workbench, and they're not that cheap. So I'm going to do it as a complete amateur, show you guys what I can come with, and hopefully it's good. So let's get started. So I'm basically utilizing a design that I found on the internet on a website called One Project Closer. It uses these Simpson ties over here. You're supposed to use 8. I'm just going to use 4 for the tops, and then put the 2x4s in between at the bottom to make it more sturdy. And then on top of that, I am going to be putting on some castor wheels so I can make it mobile, and painting it as well with some polyurethane sealer. Let's take a look at this here. Stain and poly. So that's going to be, I'm trying to at least make a pretty nice sturdy workbench that looks good. But I bought this mitre saw here, costing me 25 bucks off Craigslist. Good idea. Then I also bought this circular saw here, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use, but I might. Also 25 bucks. That was already 50, and then the material possibly around 100. So I'm just going to do some measurements now. Some basic measurements, how high I want the bench, etc, etc. Compensate for the castor wheels, and then we can start cutting. Let's do this. Alright guys, so just found fundamental error number 1. My mitre saw is currently not set on 0 degrees. So I've been cutting all my uprights at an angle over there. I don't think it'll make too much difference. Okay guys, so I just zeroed out everything, made sure that it's on 0, and my blade is going to cut very straight now. So I thought I screwed up big time by cutting these 4 uprights, but my plan is to just face them off and use them as the in-between structures here, because I'd rather do this properly than do a half job here with flipping wood cut at an angle. So with the uprights cut, I can now do the joints that go lengthways across the longer ways. Alright guys, so cut the 2 lengthways now and flip. This might even be successful. So next I'm just going to cut the 2 support strips in between over there, and then I've pretty much got a solid structure. Start assembling everything into those Simpson ties, and I'll pretty much have a bench. Just need some reinforcing, and put the bottom pieces on for the casters and the bottom pieces on for the bottom shelf that I need, and we are good. So just thought I'd show you this. My first joint is reasonably square. Almost time to flip it over. Just one more Simpson tie to attach. That side is completely done, and so far it doesn't look terrible. I won't lie, I'm a tad worried about being level and being straight, but I'll see what happens and we'll adjust as need be. I mean, I can always, it's so easy to take that apart and re-screw if I need to. Not bad for a first attempt, huh? Not bad at all. Well, let's get to finishing her up. So pieces at the bottom first, and I've realized that this mitre saw can do a 4x4 cut, so I'm just going to put both of these in, get the consistency. That's great, so I can put these in right now. And I've got some I honestly don't know if these are the right screws or not, but I've got some deck mate screws. They seem to go perfectly through, and they are also level, so I can just do a little countersunk at the top and they won't be showing at all. So some new techniques. Going to be using some construction glue now with clamps to make sure that everything is completely right and airtight, so it won't be bending and anything like that. Okay guys, so one of the fundamental parts done. Put 2 screws in on each side with construction glue, and then put another one in behind just to keep it together. And did the same on that side. Off camera, just showed you the one side obviously because it took forever. Jeez. And there's almost no play on the legs. So it seems pretty sturdy at the moment. So test fitting the top, I did come across a problem. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know, with all the lies in this world, I can at least be one source of honesty. So I've got the 2 lengthways running parallel. You know, it runs along the table, everything is straight. But the combination of me building this and the combination of Home Depot cutting it, most likely it was my fault. But I am missing that piece over there, and then it curves out. And you might be thinking, why don't I just turn the whole table? But then I don't get the straightness anymore. And then I've got this piece sticking out over there, and then I'm missing some over here. In the grand scheme of things, it really does not matter. I would have liked it to be completely square, but you know, life goes on. So let's do this.
Chuki beat.
Okay guys, so end of day 2 of working on the bench, and I've got the top secured, and I mean, flip, if I was really lazy, I could just call it a day now. This is already a fully functioning workbench, and you can take a look. I can sit on it and it doesn't do anything, so that's what I'm really happy about. Now I won't lie, 2 complaints. The straightness could have been slightly better, but I did just take I took my circular saw, faced it off, and I mean, really, you can barely notice it, so not even worth complaining, you know. In hindsight, maybe build a frame according to what this is, or then you'll know, or have a bigger piece of this and then cut it to size over your frame, but that's okay. And then my other complaint is that I got a little greedy trying to put chamfers here to make these completely flat, and I made the wood too big, the hole too big for these other screws. So I've just got different screws over here, but they're still flat, so it works. So that's all for today. I'm going to call it a night and finish this tomorrow. I'm probably going to start with doing the supports across the bottoms. So installed the bottom cross members. Just put 1 screw in each over there. Obviously this does bend in the middle, but I'm going to have an entire board covering all of this just for storage, so it doesn't have to be too secure. And I got these little pieces in just to make it level. The board will go all the way to the edge though, so I'm going to cut out some pieces out in the middle, use that board over there. But before I get there, I'm going to do some supports for the bottom or underneath over here. So I'm going to cut some pieces to length and then put some supports in between over here. So let's do that first. And guys, I'm at the beginning of the end here. This is exciting. Alright guys, final steps here soon. Just put on the cross bracing over here. At first I cut them a tad too long, but rather too long than too short. Trim them down, put construction glue, and then just put the screws in, 2 on each side. I first drew some vertical lines to make sure that they don't just put the screw in and it goes into nowhere. It's one of my worst fears. So while I've got the bench turned upside down, I think I'm going to mount the caster wheels now, turn it around again, and I mean, it's almost there. Put the shelf on at the bottom, and this thing's good to go. Might do some modifications, but let's see what happens. Proud moment for me, guys. Workbench is on wheels and it seems to be flippin' solid actually, yeah? So this is cut out the board for the bottom, drill that on, and this baby's done. I might add some shelves, but I'll do that, save it for another video, add it off camera. Still have to paint it as well though. Okay guys, well this concludes the workbench video. Obviously I still have one or two more things to do. I want to paint it, and I want to possibly put a shelf in here. And I'll just fabricate using all the cut-off material and all the cheaper boards. But remember guys, if you want to actually see how to build a workbench, maybe watch some other videos. This was just me as a complete amateur trying my luck, and I'm really happy with what it came out to be though. Couldn't be more chuffed. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This level is perfect. I don't know how straight it is, but that's okay. Well, take care guys.